Interest Communities, Property Owners Association Act, and Virginia Condominium Act. Reported from the Committee on General Laws and Technology, and we have a floor substitute.
The Senator from Eastern Fairfax County, Senator Serval.
Thank you, Madam President. I move to waive reading of the floor sub.
Question is, shall the reading of the floor substitute be agreed to? All in favor say aye. Aye. Noes have the same right. Ayes have it. Senator Serval, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam President. I move the floor sub and speaking to that motion.
Senator has the floor.
Thank you, Madam President. Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, with this bill as it currently stands without this floor sub basically does two things. One is that when a homeowner has repeated violations, it removes their ability to have, it allows the association to find the homeowner in continued violation without conducting subsequent hearings. So if they keep violating the same thing, they can keep hitting them without having a hearing. That part I'm not as concerned about. The part this floor sub deals with is something I'm extremely concerned about. And back in, I think it was 2014 or 2015, when I used to do my best impression of a speed bump in the House of Delegates, I partnered with another member of that body to basically kill what this floor sub takes out. About every 10 years or so, the homeowner association community comes to us and tries to get us to give power to every homeowner association, every condo association in the state to levy fines on homeowners without going to the homeowners to get that authority. I think that's crazy. I think if you want to get the authority to fine, that should be disclosed to you when you move in, or you should go to the homeowners and get it once you're in, and not go to the legislature and have us give blanket power to every HOA in the state to fine people for, you know, their flags, their trash cans, their shutter colors, or whatever. And so this floor sub basically removes that language. And I would say that the patron, spoken with the patron, he's fine with the floor sub, provided the rest of the bill remains intact. And that's what this floor sub does. And I can't tell you how important this is, because I think the power, the power to fine makes it a lot easier for these boards to go after people in a really sometimes very ugly way. And I think that power should only come from the homeowners themselves. So that's what the floor sub does, Madam President.
Question is, shall the floor substitute be agreed to? All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Noes have the same right. Ayes have it. The Senator from Alexander, Senator Eben.
I move the bill pass, and speaking to that.
Senator has the floor.
I think we're familiar with it from the explanation from the senator from Eastern Fairfax. The floor substitute, as you heard, gave property owners the opportunity to cure their violation in a due process hearing before an association can act against the owner and protects property rights. So again, I move the bill pass.
You've heard the motion. The question is, shall the bill pass? I'm sorry, Senator from Western Fairfax. Senator Peterson.
City of Fairfax.
Fairfax City. Senator Peterson.
Madam President, rise to speak against the bill.
Senator has the floor.
Madam President, ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, this bill just went from a D- to a D+. But keep in mind what this bill does. What this bill does, it allows an HOA board of directors to fine you over and over and over and over again. Now, years ago when I was a lad, we passed a bill, which I sponsored, called the Homeowner Bill of Rights, which said that you get to have due process as a member of a homeowner association, just like you do when you go into a court of law. But what this is saying is that if you don't pull out your trash cans on Friday morning, or you forget to pick them up till Saturday morning, they can't just keep hitting you with the fines, even if they are in the bylaws. And just like they have to do in General District Court, they got to bring you back in and give you an opportunity to be heard. So, folks, I look up at that flag, I see the flag of the United States of America. And you know what? It stands for freedom. But what if I have that flag? What if I have that flag in front of my house and I don't take it down in time? Or maybe there's a light sprinkle of rain and I don't take it down. And the bottom line is, if I've violated that over and over again, the rights behind that flag are not protecting me as they should. So, ladies and gentlemen, put your eyes on that flag when you cast a vote. Freedom.
The Senator from King George, Senator Stewart.
Thank you, Madam President.
Senator Stewart has the floor.
Thank you, Madam President. It's hard to improve upon freedom, Madam President, I would tell you. But I, too, stand to speak in opposition to this bill. And the only thing that I will add to what my friend from Fairfax City said was, don't forget, they can add these fines up against you and they can sell your house for $100 worth of fines, $200 worth of fines, and that's no joke. That's absolutely no joke. And so I hope that you all will stand for freedom as the gentleman suggested, and let's defeat this bill.
The list of speakers has grown. The senator from Alexander, Senator Eben.
If no one else wishes to speak,
Yes, sir, but there are some others. The junior senator from Richmond City, Senator Marcy.
Thank you, Madam President. Speaking to the measure and
Senator has the floor.
speaking in opposition to the bill.
Senator has the floor.
The senator from Fairfax City and the senator from King George are absolutely correct. Just a very, very short vignette that emphasizes the point that both of those senators made. Have you ever seen in somebody's yard those small basketball hoops? They're made of plastic, and it's for the 4-, 5-, and 6-year-old to play, shoot hoops. Well, got a couple of them. One of them blew over, as it would happen when the wind hits it. I'm telling you, Madam President, I got 3 letters from the Homeowners Association telling me that I was going to be fined because the wind blew over this small plastic thing. So what do you think I did? Just pay the money? Am I that type of person? I go to court. And I had to go back 3 times, but it was that important to me. It's important to the gentleman from Fairfax City, the American flag. It was important to fight them on that issue. So that I know it's just a small little yarn vignette about that, but that's the danger of this bill. And if you want that big government homeowners association breathing down your neck, vote for the bill. If you don't, cast a hard no.
The senator from Franklin County, Senator Stanley.
Speak to the bill, Madam President.
Senator has the floor.
Thank you. Madam President, I'm reminded once again when I heard that speech from the senator of Fairfax City, that very senator of Fairfax City, believe it or not, cost me $5 a day for my homeowners association when I lived in Fairfax City. You might ask, why? Why? I asked why too. Because I dared express my support for him many years ago for the City Council of Fairfax City. I'm a recovering chapaholic. I am. I had one of those chap exclamation point signs in my front yard, and I wore it with pride. Right here. And my homeowners association came at me and said, you can't have that. You can't express yourself or your favoritism for a candidate. Now, back then, ladies and gentlemen, I want to make sure that everybody on this aisle knows he was not a Democrat or a Republican. I won't say what I thought he was, but I was a Republican and his sign was in my yard. But they came after me, and I fought them. And I fought them with my neighbor, my next door neighbor, the Steckles. And what we did was we went in during the annual meeting and we took over the board. And my $5 fine went away. But I would not take down my chap exclamation point sign. You know why? Freedom. Freedom. We have created homeowners associations that are more powerful than government, that are more powerful than the court system. We need to downsize these things, not make them bigger. And I stand today proud that I had in my front yard, in my tiny little townhouse, an orange chap exclamation point for Fairfax City, government. And let me tell you, he was one of the best councilmen we ever had. I wish he would have stayed there. Vote no, ladies and gentlemen, vote no. Thank you, Madam President.
Okay, if we could get back to some civility here. All in favor of the motion? I'm sorry. I didn't see your name on the board. Okay, but everybody else has spoken. The senator, you good? Okay. The question is, shall the bill pass? All in favor of the motion will record their votes aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? senator desire to change their vote? The clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 8, noes 32.
Ayes 8, noes 32. The bill's dead.
House Bill 1436.